Thank you very much, thank you. We won't use the mic. Can you hear us? Can you hear us?
Yes.
Is that clear enough?
Yep.
All right.
If you can't hear us, you can count yourself lucky.
That's right.
Good to do
That went over well, didn't it?
It did. That blew me. Have you got a poem called I Said It's No Good? This is when I had my song collecting hat on, and I was sent up to the Pilbara to see if the iron ore families of Western Australia still wrote folk songs the way we used to do once upon a time. And when I went up there, they said basically the Arts Council and the big companies they sponsored this, they all said, well, if you come back with 20 odd poems, we're going to be over the moon. I came back with over 300 songs and poems of the iron ore families, which was a bigger surprise to me as the people down in the city. But I advertised, I did telly, radio, the whole thing saying I was coming up to the Pilbara, I'd like to talk to people. Started off fairly slowly, and then it sort of picked up and then it just ran away with it. I didn't really need to do much except sort of wait for the phone calls to come in. But as they came in and I met different people, they all said the same thing. I write this stuff, it's not very good. I'm not really a poet. I mean, you write songs, it's not very good. And they kept saying, it's not very good. Until I thought, I'm going to have to stop them saying it's not very good. So I wrote a poem, and it's called It's Not Very Good. Just to stop them saying it's not very good. Is there anything else I missed?
It's bloody wonderful.
Oh, right, no, it's all right. It's all right. So, I'm in Stan Sutton, who's a shovel driver, the greatest job, we'll talk about that later on, the greatest job in the mines in those days, probably still is the shovel. And they were in great big shovels as big as this room, twice as big as this room, with huge shovels that would lift up 6 tons of iron ore at the same time, put them into a haul pack. Nice easy job, just cruising around. So I'm in Stan Sutton's backyard in a caravan. He wouldn't let me live in the house, I'm not too sure why. But nevertheless, and he'd shout out, "Hey Rog!" He came from the north of England. Look, this is how it goes. It's not very good. Up goes the shout, "It's a Ford and they're asking for you. Something to do about a poem or two." And I go, "Hello, who's this?" And the conversation almost inevitably goes like this. "Hello, is anyone there? Hello? 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 I've got, hey, my name's Jack Smith. I work on the hill. Your song collecting, I hear. I feel such a dill. Pardon, I say, you talk to me. No, it's Mum and the kids, see. I write this stuff. It's not very good. The kids kind of like it, but it's not very good. Mum here, she says it's lovely, but it's not very good. It's got a little tune too, and in retrospect, in fact, that's not very good either. I say, excuse me, whatever you've done, I'd like to see it. So over they come. Tease mate, small talk, no sign of the poems, the small talk gets smaller. Then the kid says, "Dad, get on." It's not very good. He reluctantly drags a piece of paper from the pocket nearest his heart and scowls around at his family of dags. "I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for them," he mutters darkly. "It's not very good." So his poem you peruse in the company of studied nonchalance, 2 muted coughs, and 10 carefully averted eyes. You read his poem through twice. There's only several lines. But it moves along very nicely. It scans and it rhymes, and the imagery moves with a life of its own. The smiles light the afternoon, and the red dust settles from Jack's now still nervous knee. On to a new and potentially dangerous tack. Tell me, how's your recitation? Because for better delectation, it's better if the writer reads it out. It seems to have more feeling. He almost reached the ceiling. "I'll read it," says his wife, as across her face, a diplomatic smile chases a settle-down frown. And with another dark mutter, "It's not very good," Jack subsides. The kids and me exchange a lifted eyebrow and a smile. Mum clears an obstruction in his throat and then begins. "I haven't got away with words. Singing is for choirs and birds. But I remember Mother, as pale as Hamlet's father, after finding Dad in the garden on his side, as still as the pennies on a dead man's eyes. She comforts Jane and me, sends the kids to the shops, calls the doctor, calls the cops, then said, 'Your dad had a soul whiter than an angel's bum. And he's calling me already, and I'm more than ready for to come.' And she lay down by his side, took his hand in hers, squeezed it, till the veins in her hands stood out like Stilton cheese. Closed her eyes, opened them, said, please remember life's not terribly long. Stand by each other, help each other be strong. Stand by your kids so they may get up your nose. And remember life's short, and don't be morose. And then with a sigh as hesitant as 1 o'clock half struck, the light left her eyes, but her love's never left our side. Ah. You don't like it, you bastard. I didn't think you would. Into the car you lie. I said it's no good. They slam in the doors and they rocket off home. And that's why we're here, reading out Jack Smith's lovely poem. Thank you very much.